She looked at me with contempt and said, "Your friends are losers. I'm not coming to your birthday." Without hesitation, I replied, "No problem." Then I invited her ex-roommate who'd been texting me. Her entire attitude shifted the moment she saw those Instagram stories. I'm 27 and Miranda is 26. We've been together for 2 years, living under the same roof for 8 months. And honestly, the facade has been crumbling for a while now. It started subtly, little comments about my friend group being immature because we still gather for board games every Thursday. Eye rolls became routine whenever I'd mention weekend plans with them. The phrase, "When are you going to grow up?" became her weapon of choice. My core group isn't what she makes them out to be. There's Ethan, my best friend since middle school, sharp and successful in it. Jasper, a college connection who now shapes young minds teaching high school math. Dominic, my childhood neighbor, runs his own restaurant with quiet competence. Qley, my former roommate, crafts visual stories as a graphic designer. Not exactly the failures Miranda paints them to be, but in her world, anyone outside finance or law circles doesn't register as human. 3 weeks ago, I started planning my 28th birthday. Nothing extravagant, dinner at Dominic's restaurant, followed by drinks and games at our place. Maybe 15 people total. When I told Miranda, she scoffed with genuine disdain. "Really? Board games for your 28th birthday?" she said. I kept my voice even. "Yeah, why not? It's what I enjoy." Her response came loaded with mockery. "It's just childish." "What are you, 12? The words hung between us. "It's my birthday, Miranda. I want to spend it with my friends, doing what we love." She rolled her eyes like I'd suggested something obscene. "Your friends are a bunch of man-children who refuse to grow up. Ethan still lives with roommates. Jasper drives a 2008 Honda. They're losers, and spending your birthday playing Dungeons and Dragons or whatever is pathetic." That stung deeper than I wanted to admit, but what came next cut through bone. "I'm not coming," she announced, casual as discussing the weather. "I have a work event that night anyway, but even if I didn't, I wouldn't waste my evening watching grown men play with dice." My throat tightened. "You have a work event on my birthday that you're just telling me about now?" She waved dismissively. "It's networking. Something you'd understand if you had real ambition instead of wasting time with those losers." I stared at her, really seeing her for the first time in months. 2 years. 2 years of slowly chipping away at my friendships, making snide comments, trying to reshape me into her ideal of what a man should be. "No problem," I said, my voice unnaturally calm. "Enjoy your networking." She seemed surprised by my lack of argument, but shrugged it off with satisfaction. Here's what she didn't know, though. About a month ago, her former roommate Zara started texting me. Nothing inappropriate at first, just friendly check-ins about the apartment and whether Miranda still left dishes rotting in the sink for days. Turns out Miranda had been a nightmare roommate, and Zara had stories that validated every red flag I'd been ignoring. Over the past few weeks, as Miranda's mask slipped further, Zara and I had been texting more frequently. Still nothing inappropriate, but definitely friendly. Maybe a little flirty. So when Miranda declared she wouldn't come to my birthday, something clicked. I texted Zara with deliberate casualness. "Hey, having a birthday dinner Saturday. Miranda's not coming, has some work thing. Want to join?" Fair warning, we're all losers who play board games. She replied immediately, and I could hear the laughter in her words. "Oh Mao, she's still on that? I'm 100% in. Can't wait to meet these legendary losers." Saturday arrived with Miranda leaving at 5 p.m., dressed in her power suit, pecking my cheek like it was a corporate obligation. "Try not to stay up too late playing your little games," she said. I watched her go and felt nothing. Dinner at Dominic's restaurant was everything I needed. He'd reserved the private room and prepared all my favorites with the care of someone who actually knows you. My friends filled the space with genuine warmth. And Zara, she slipped into our dynamic immediately, laughing at Jasper's terrible puns, discussing design philosophy with Qley, even catching our inside jokes like she'd always been part of the circle. She wore a casual sundress, nothing designer or calculated, but she looked genuinely happy. Everything Miranda hadn't been in months. Ethan pulled me aside, his expression careful. "Dude, isn't that Miranda's old roommate?" I nodded. "Yep." He waited, and Miranda's not here. "Work event." His grin spread slowly. "Sure, work event." We moved the party to my place for games and drinks. Zara destroyed us at Codenames, partnered with me for Wavelength, and when we broke out Telestrations, her drawings had everyone gasping for air between fits of laughter. Around 11 p.m., people started posting Instagram stories, normal birthday documentation, the cake Dominic had made, group shots, videos of us dying laughing at Pictionary fails. Zara posted a selfie with me, both of us holding drinks mid-laugh. Her caption read, "Birthday boy knows how to throw a party." My phone started buzzing with the fury I'd been expecting. Miranda's messages came in rapid succession. "Who the fuck is that girl? Why is she at our apartment? Is that Zara? Call me now." I ignored every single one. We played until 2 a.m., and when everyone finally left, Zara hugged me goodbye with real affection. "This was the most fun I've had in months. Your friends are amazing, but they're losers," I joked. She rolled her eyes with warmth Miranda had never possessed. "Miranda's an idiot. Happy birthday." She kissed my cheek and left, leaving behind the scent of something uncomplicated. I was cleaning up when Miranda stormed in at 20:30 a.m., makeup smeared, clearly drunk, radiating fury. What the hell was Zara doing here? Her voice cracked with rage. "I invited her to my birthday," I said simply. "You know, the one you couldn't attend." "You invited my ex-roommate to spite me?" The accusation hung between us. "I invited a friend who actually wanted to celebrate with me. How was your work event?" She stumbled, both physically and verbally. That's not the point." "Deliberately what?" I pressed. "Had a birthday party? Made sure someone showed up since my girlfriend thought I was too pathetic to celebrate with?" She switched tactics, tears forming. "You're trying to get back at me." "No. Miranda, I'm just living my life with my loser friends who, by the way, all showed up. Unlike you." Her tears turned angry, hot with humiliation. "This is about that stupid comment, isn't it?" "I was just being honest. Your friends are losers. Then why do you care if another loser joined us?" She threw her purse at the wall and stomped to the bedroom, locking the door with finality. Cool. The couch it is. The next morning, Miranda emerged looking haggard, immediately launching into guilt tactics. "I can't believe you humiliated me like that." I kept folding the blanket from the couch. "Humiliated you? You weren't even there. Everyone saw the stories, my coworkers, my friends, everyone. They all saw you partying with Zara." Her voice climbed with indignation. "So? We're friends." She laughed bitterly. "Friends? She hated me when we lived together. Wonder why?" I muttered under my breath. "What?" Her eyes narrowed. "Nothing. Look, you made it clear my friends are losers and my interests are childish. You skipped my birthday. I'm allowed to invite whoever I want to my own party." She switched tactics, softening her voice artificially. "Baby, I'm sorry about what I said. I didn't mean it. I was stressed about work and I cut her off. You've been saying it for months, Miranda. This wasn't a one-time thing. I'm trying to help you grow. Those guys are holding you back. The condescension dripped from every word. From what? Being miserable at networking events? Pretending to care about your coworkers' golf scores? She glared with genuine hatred. From having a real future. But fine. Invite my backstabbing ex-roommate. See if I care. She grabbed her yoga mat and stormed out like she was starring in her own drama. 20 minutes later, my phone exploded. Her Instagram story appeared, a photo of her at brunch with her real friends, all posed with filtered smiles and calculated angles. The caption read, "Surround yourself with people who elevate you, not drag you down. Some of us have standards. Petty, but expected." Then Zara texted, and I could feel her amusement through the screen. "L'enfant. Did you see what she posted? Girl is pressed." I confirmed I had. "Want to hear something funny?" She continued. "That work event she had? My friend Harmony was there. Said Miranda showed up for 20 minutes, got drunk, and spent the whole time checking Instagram. Left with some finance bro named Trevor." I stared at the message, everything clicking into place. She left with someone. According to Harmony, they were pretty cozy. Suddenly everything made sense. The distance, the criticism, the contempt for my friends. She'd been building her exit strategy, painting me as the inadequate boyfriend so when she eventually traded up, she'd be the victim escaping a loser. "Thanks for telling me," I typed back. "You okay?" Zara asked with genuine concern. "Actually, yeah, everything makes sense now." That night, Miranda came home late, acting like nothing had happened, but I noticed she'd changed her relationship status on Facebook to "It's complicated." I changed mine to single. Miranda lost her absolute mind when she saw the relationship status change. "What the hell is this?" She shoved her phone in my face, shaking with rage. "Accurate," I said evenly. "We didn't break up," she shouted. "We did. The moment you called my friends losers and skipped my birthday to flirt with Trevor." Her face went pale, fear flashing across her features. I don't know what, I cut through her denial. "Harmony was at your work event. Saw you leave with him." The tears started immediately, as I knew they would. "It wasn't like that. We just shared an Uber." I waited. To where? Silence stretched between us, heavy and damning. That's what I thought. "We're done, Miranda. You can stay until you find a place, but we're over." She exploded with theatrical fury. "You're seriously breaking up with me over one comment about your stupid friends?" My voice stayed level. "No. I'm breaking up with you because you're a snob who's been emotionally cheating while trying to make me feel worthless." "Emotionally cheating? You invited my ex-roommate to our apartment." Her voice cracked with desperation. "To a party with 15 other people. After you declined to come." She grabbed her phone, furious typing filling the silence. 5 minutes later, she shoved her screen at me, a Venmo request for $847. "What the hell is this?" I asked, genuinely confused. "My half of everything I've paid since we moved in. Utilities, groceries, the couch, the TV stand. If you're kicking me out, you're buying me out." I stared at her in disbelief. "Miranda, we split everything equally. You don't get a refund on living expenses because we broke up." "Then I'm not leaving." Her jaw set with determination. "Fine, but I'm living my life. And that includes having my friends over whenever I want." She smirked with false confidence. "We'll see about that." The next 3 days became psychological warfare. She blasted meditation music at 3 a.m. for her anxiety. She'd cook elaborate meals using all my groceries, then abandon the dishes like crime scene evidence. She'd have loud phone conversations about how some people just can't handle successful women and how hard it is dating down. But the real escalation came Thursday, board game night. She texted me at work with false sweetness. Having some friends over tonight. Hope that's okay. I knew it was a trap, but I refused to take the bait. Cool. My friends will be here at 7 for game night. Her response came immediately. Perf. Mine too. I arrived home at 6:30 to find Miranda had rearranged the entire living room like it was her personal kingdom. Our gaming table was pushed against the wall, forgotten. She'd set up an elaborate wine tasting station. What's this? I asked, though I already knew. Oh, I'm hosting a wine and philosophy discussion. Very intellectual, you understand. The condescension in her voice was thick enough to choke on. 7 of her most pretentious friends arrived right at 7, the kind who unironically discuss Proust at parties and judge you for drinking beer instead of analyzing tannins. Then my friends showed up, and the tension became a living thing in the room. Her friends monopolized the living room, speaking loudly about pedestrian entertainment and the death of sophisticated socializing, clearly performing for our benefit. Ethan looked at me with raised eyebrows. I shrugged and said simply, bedroom. We moved our game to my room, but could still hear Miranda's crowd laughing artificially, making snide comments loud enough to ensure we heard every word. Some people never evolve past college. It's actually sad. The Arrested Development. My ex used to play video games. Thank God I upgraded. Then Zara showed up. I'd invited her to game night but forgot to warn her about the situation. She surveyed the scene with bemused recognition, walked straight past Miranda's group without acknowledgement, and joined us. This reminds me of when she'd host networking sessions at 2 a.m. During finals week, Zara said, loud enough to carry. Miranda appeared in the doorway like a summoned demon. Zara. How unexpected. Her voice dripped false politeness. Hey Miranda, still pretentious, I see. Zara's tone matched hers perfectly. Still bitter about being a failed artist, I see. The room went quiet, tension crackling. Zara laughed with genuine amusement. I make 6 figures doing what I love. You make PowerPoints for people who barely remember your name. The silence that followed was absolute. Miranda's face turned deep red, fury and humiliation warring across her features. Get out. Get out of my apartment. Her voice shook. It's my apartment, I said calmly, each word deliberate. And she's my guest. Then I'm calling the cops. She's harassing me. Miranda pulled out her phone. Please do. Explain to them how someone sitting quietly playing board games is harassment while you're hosting a party specifically to disrupt our weekly tradition. One of Miranda's friends, clearly uncomfortable with the escalation, suggested they move to a wine bar. They filtered out like rats